Good morning, everyone! It's a really nice morning here in Kanagawa, Japan, and I've had a pretty chill morning today. It's a Saturday, and I don't have anything I need to do or any place I need to be, so I've taken a pretty chill morning. I did some stretching as well this morning. It's kind of my new routine. I've started to do stretching almost every morning and every night before I go to sleep. I do forget to do it sometimes, especially in the morning, and I usually wake up right before I have to go to school, so sometimes I don't have time to do it, but today I have lots of time, so I took some time to do some stretching. And I was also listening to a podcast while doing a jigsaw puzzle, which I really enjoy doing in my free time. And I was listening to these two guys talking about the effects of using your phone and how it affects your brain and also your focus and your health. And I kind of felt inspired to put down my phone a bit more because I do use my phone a bit more than I think I should. And it fits perfectly since today I want to focus on studying since I have a lot of tests coming up in the next 2 months. So today I'm going to take the whole day to kind of just study and chill and try to not use my phone as much as possible. So yeah, I'm going to take a quick shower, change clothes, and head over to my nearest library to go and study there for a bit. I actually haven't utilized my library for studying up until now, and I'm kind of curious to see what it's like to go over there and study. So I'm going to take you with me to a little weekend study session in the library. Okay, it's time to start the day. Okay, so I just stopped by a convenience store quickly, and the woman in the register, she was like, "Oh, it's Maria, right?" Like, she called me Maria, which is my middle name, and a few weeks ago I was printing my foreign residence card because I had to renew my visa, and so I actually forgot my card in the machine, and they sent it away to the nearest kind of police box station, whatever here. And apparently she remembered my name from that because she was like, "Oh, hey, it's Maria, right?" And I had to correct her and say, "Well, it's Johanna, but yeah, it's me." And that's kind of crazy that she remembered my name. I'm just one of 1,000 customers that go there. Yeah. Well, I guess this is one example of what it's like to be a foreigner in Japan. I don't really remember where the seats for studying are, but let's just go inside and see if I can find them. There should be somewhere on the first floor, maybe? So first, I will start off with revising for my Japanese test for next week. This test will be the first in this test season before the semester finishes, and I have to memorize lots of kanjis and difficult grammar rules. I had to use my phone for looking up words, so I couldn't film everything, but this is basically how I studied today. I didn't expect that I would have to study this much Japanese after graduating language school, but I guess I'm happy that they teach us so that we can survive the uni reports and everything. Okay, so next up, I'll revise some things for my psychology class. This is one of the most hectic classes I'm taking, and the teacher uses literally the whole huge whiteboard a few times over to write notes during the 90-minute class. I always try to keep up with my note-taking while also reading the book the teacher is basing the classes on to make sure I don't miss any details and to double-check the kanjis I can't read on the board. For the test, we will have to write a 800-letter report within 30 minutes, and I have lots of things to memorize and to prepare for the test, so I'm just reading and revising a bit as often as I can. Since I've already looked up most of the kanjis and words in class, I don't struggle that much reading the book. The thought that I now know enough Japanese to be able to read a psychology book in Japanese makes me really happy. Those 2 years in language school sure paid off. Lastly, I'm going to go through notes from my Theory of Human Relations class. This is probably my favorite class apart from the media-related classes. I'm learning really interesting things about how we interact with each other. It's kind of funny because the teaching is very clearly aimed towards all the 18-year-old Japanese students who just graduated high school and don't have a lot of experience of society yet. I'm turning 23 soon, and as a foreign student, I have already met a lot of people and learned a lot of things about human relations, so sometimes I kind of feel like the contents of the class are a bit childish. By the way, my note-taking is always out of control. I take my notes mainly in Japanese, since I tried to copy the teacher, but I always end up with side notes in both English and Swedish as well. This is for sure one of my favorite classes, and it is also really easy to follow, even for someone who's still learning the language. I'm home. Okay, so I have one more thing I want to do today before I finish my study session, and that is remembering the prefectures of Japan. So for my Japanese class, I have to remember all the prefectures, the names, the kanji, and something that is famous from each prefecture. And there is like this website called Cetera that I used a lot when I was younger to remember like capital cities and stuff. And they also have a quiz for remembering the Japanese prefectures, so I'm gonna do that. I actually practiced this in school a bit before, so I'm gonna try to revise because there are some prefectures I just cannot remember for my life, so I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna eat a little bit, and then that will be the end of my study session for today. Okay, so it seems like I have to practice some more before the test. I'm happy that you wanted to come with me to study today. Thank you so much for watching my videos and leaving such nice comments. It gives me lots of motivation to keep creating. I will be quite busy this coming month, but I'll make sure to make time to create some fun stuff as well. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel if you want to tag along on my little adventure in Japan. See you next time!